Welcome back, Classic Crew. New details for Monster Hunter Now have just dropped, and I've got everything you need to know in one place. Number one, September 14th is when the game launches, so that is when we've got some new Monster Hunter to dive into. If you haven't heard about Monster Hunter Now yet, it is a game made by Niantic, the same company responsible for Pokemon Go, and it is a mobile game bringing the Monster Hunter experience to your phone so you can play multiplayer and you can play while you go on your walks. The game was developed with the major producers of Monster Hunter, including the producer of Monster Hunter Frontier. And now let's get into the gameplay. So the game can be played in either vertical mode or horizontal mode. It will have a basic storyline. It focuses on mostly the monsters from Monster Hunter World, looking at the low rank monsters. So at launch, there will be 13 monsters, including our good old boy, Great Jagras. We've got Barroth coming back, Puke, Giratodus. They could have left that one out. Rathian, my queen. Finally, I get to take pictures with her. Tobi Kadachi, oh man, I don't know how to pronounce this one. Pauluma, I think. Kuluyaku, Great Gyros, I hate that guy. Anjanath, Legiana, so I can finally do an invasion sensation in real time. Diablos, and of course Rathalos. So those are going to be the first 13 monsters. They have announced that there's going to be more monsters being added in over time, not just from Monster Hunter World, but from other games, including subspecies and Elder Dragons, but it looks like they have something planned special for Elder Dragons. They haven't announced details of what that's going to look like, other than it's going to be a unique experience. For the weapons, unfortunately, Switch Axe gets no love in this game and will not be featured, but we've got 6 weapons to play with. So we're going to be able to play with Sword and Shield, light bow gun, great sword, long sword, hammer, and bow. For myself, Sword and Shield is probably going to be my go-to, and this might be the only Monster Hunter game that I can actually try and play with the great sword. So in terms of gameplay, you're basically walking around the map looking for monsters and hunting them. Each hunt, so when you go into a hunt, you've got you have 75 seconds to hunt the monster. And the gameplay is very simple. You tap your phone to attack, and then you can swipe right, left, up, or down to dodge. Which direction you dodge is important, which does add a little bit of that complexity for Monster Hunter in the most simple form possible for a phone. One thing that they've added to make this more user-friendly for newcomers is the monster will flash red before the attack. So the veterans, you guys will be able to recognize when the monster is going to do its attack, but for those who are very new to the series, that's a great element to make it more friendly. And it does look like collecting resources will be important in this game. They did mention that all of the gear, your weapons and armor, is you can level it up, and so you're going to need materials to level that up. I'm really looking forward to that part of the gameplay experience. Outside of the tapping and the sliding for dodging, you can also build a special, and every weapon has its own special, like the perfect combo rush for Sword and Shield. I know that's not what it's called. I forget what it's called. You can also break parts on the monsters here, so it looks like it's going to be a pretty good experience for mobile phones. Interesting fact that they shared on the stream, 10 minutes is what they actually tested for the original length of hunt to make it more like the original experience, but they felt it was just too long for people who are outside. So 75 seconds was the sweet spot. Another fun bit is they're bringing back paintballs, not quite how it was in Old World. This time, if you're walking and you see a monster you want to hunt, but you don't have the time, you throw a paintball at it, and you can hunt it anytime you want. So you can go back home and hunt it. I really like that because a lot of the times I like to walk. I don't want to be distracted. And so if I'm walking, I can just paintball everything, and then I can go home and have a little Monster Hunter Now session, or I can pop on stream and hunt with all of you. Potentially. I say potentially because multiplayer is currently limited to anyone within 200 meters. I will do quick math as to what that means for our Americans friends. So that is equivalent to 656 feet. So anyone within that radius can join you on your hunt. You can create a lobby that can join you. You can hunt the monster together. And lastly, as you know, this is developed by Niantic, which means there has to be an augmented reality AR aspect to the game. They're not doing it like Pokemon Go where you can like fight the monster in the real world, it seems, but it looks like rather AR is used for photo mode. So you can actually take pictures with the monsters. You can put the monsters out in the world and you can see them interact in the real world, which I honestly think is the best use of AR for this game. I turn off AR in all my AR games, and by all I just mean Pokemon Go. That's the only one I currently kind of play, but being able to take some pictures with Rathian in some very special special places. I think we're gonna see a bunch of funny pictures popping up online of people putting monsters in the funniest places, or people doing the funniest things with monsters. I've got something in mind with Legiana. All right, so those are all the updates that they shared on their 30-minute stream today, and those are all the details that I've been able to find that's available for Monster Hunter Now. I'm pretty excited for this game, and I'm excited to see what they're going to be adding. So I'm glad that we have like a little hype train while we wait for Monster Hunter 6 of just another game with new features being added in. So that is less than 2 months away. I'm really excited to play this. Let me know what you think if you're going to be playing Monster Hunter Now. I think they've taken the best of the franchise with the limitations of a mobile phone, and it really looks like this could be a really fun, promising game. So looking forward to it. I'll see you on the next video, and until next time, keep it classy.